Welcome back, guys. This is Nedangaval here. We are playing Railway Empire 2 and we are sitting in the home page because we have completed the second campaign in the British Isles and we are moving on to the next campaign mode. So we are going to move towards forward in the storyline. So let's see, in campaign we have done chapter 1 and 2. Out of 5 we are in chapter 3. The Great Plains. We are coming back to America, to Kansas City. And as you guys can see, I have already completed this. I'm just doing it again. So now we are going to be General Donovan. We are going to be a military strategist, I guess. So what do we get? We get 10% higher revenue from freight and mail. That is good. And look at that. He has a flintlock. No, I'm sorry. It is a colt, right? Yeah. And 30% lower track construction because we are having a strict regiment. Okay. No wonder he's a general. And down to earth, 30% higher cost for tunnels and bridges. Okay. So we have to be careful while building tunnels and bridges this time. And I'm going to keep the name as it is. I'm not going to change it. And I'm going to keep all the things, and we're going to have 2 mil, and the difficulty is still going to be 1.3. We cannot change anything, I guess. So yeah, let's get into the game.
I intended to realize the Nord Express more with the pen than with the sword. Nevertheless, I had learned from history to be prepared for all eventualities. Rigid national borders have always limited the spatial expansion of European companies and rail networks. But in America, the sky was the limit. As late as 1869, several parties had cooperated to complete the first transcontinental railroad. But soon after, the various individual players began to realize their own mammoth projects. In their dogged race, the companies kept getting in each other's way. But in the Wild West, anything was allowed.
So, you're the railroad virtuoso I've been told so much about. It's a great pleasure to meet you. It really is. My name is Colonel Cyrus K. Holliday, but you can address me simply as Colonel. I believe that God gave us civilization to make the wild lands subject to man. As it says in Genesis, fill the earth and subdue it. And that is what we are here for. It is our manifest destiny. I've been working on my goals in this region for 15 years. The war has held up much that should have been reality a long time ago. For example, look at my magical little city of Topeka. I founded it in the firm belief that this land would become the most lovely and desirable that the sun has ever warmed. But Topeka has stagnated. It must be our first priority to change this.
Okay, so we are entering into the Midwest, and our host is going to be the Colonel, who has a strong, thick southern accent. And we are at Kansas City. And Smallville is somewhere nearby, isn't it? Okay, so this is Topeka. Kansas is here. We have Wichita here. Okay, Wichita is actually a city. I thought it was a name. If you guys have seen Zombieland, you know why I'm saying that. And then we have Omaha. Omaha is here. I thought Omaha had a beach, right? Or am I confusing it with some other Omaha? I don't know. And what is this? This is something new. We have a weapons depot here. Okay. Okay, so let's see how the terrain is. Beautiful Great Plains, the prairie plain lands, the Midwest, isn't it? And slowly it becomes a desert here, near Denver. Yeah, the East Coast. And I think this is the Grand Canyon, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, Rock Springs is here. This is the Grand Canyon. Okay. Okay, we have a beautiful map. A lot of cities, at least 2 to 3 times bigger than the British Isles. So many places, so many businesses to buy and connect. Let's see. 15 years later, we are starting in 1868. Okay. So first we have to deliver 12 loads of lumber to Topeka and then 8 loads of corn to Topeka. So we have to connect Topeka with Kansas because Kansas is our headquarters. Transport a total of 250 freight cars. Anywhere. Okay. Advertise a settler bonus in Topeka. Select Topeka and activate the settlement bonus to quickly increase the number of citizens. Okay, so we have to build a station here. Okay, how am I going to do this? We have a city here. Do we have any cities in this direction? Nothing. So we are in the west edge of the map. So all you have to do is move towards east. And we have a narrow path here. We have another one here. And we have another one here. And from here we can distribute like this. And Topeka can go to North Platte. I'm just going to call it North. And have a division line to Omaha. Or we can connect like this. Okay, I'm just planning things, guys. Okay, let's see. We don't have a station even in Kansas. So can we directly start here? Oh, we can. Only the headquarters is there in Kansas. And we have an Indian settlement here. How convenient. So let us... We have a section here, right? Yeah. So let us have a station like this. Pretty straight. And we have to supply first lumber. Where is the lumber source? It's in Omaha. Yeah. So we have to buy this region anyways. Okay, can I build a station parallel to this one? I think I'm going to build it like this because there's no point in putting the station in that direction because we are in the west end of the map. Okay, I think now we can connect these two. I think I'm going to bring the track pretty straight here. Let's double track it. And now we'll make a beautiful curve right here. And there goes 300k. And then I'm going to preemptively connect it here even though we don't have a route to go. Let's take the tips off and let us connect the gridirons and set the directions. Okay. And we'll put a supply tower right in the middle and we'll do that track expansion right here so that there will be no traffic. Well, we are not going to have it initially, but eventually we will, and this one is very effective. Okay, and I'm going to put a maintenance depot in Topeka. We don't need a warehouse, right? We'll wait. We don't have to spend all the money. Okay. So we have to connect lumber, and we also have to connect grain. Okay, I think we have to do this, and I have to be careful about it. We have an Indian settlement here. And while this happens, this construction, we can connect Topeka and Kansas. Not with Inyo, we'll go with a simple train. The cheapest ever. A reindeer is automatic, but 57k. This one is a little bit cheaper. GM American, okay. Okay, this one is a little bit cheaper. But this is our favorite, number 151 Dragon. And we have some confusing lines. Let's see, do we have anything cheaper? Nothing. So I think I'm gonna go with 51 Dragon and see what happens. Or we can go with limit, right? I'm going with GM American since we are in America. I'm going to start with one train and we'll see how things go. And Wichita has meat. We don't need meat, but we so badly do need corn. Corn is right here, situated in nowhere. And we have something to do with the migration bonus, isn't it? Yeah, we spent $500,000 to improve the migration, but I think we have to connect one more city to improve that. Let me do it in the same parallel station line like this. Yeah, and I know that this track is not going to go straight forever. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll plan this track. And we'll plan another track. Yeah, I hope these are parallel. Right, yeah. Okay, now can we connect this into the imaginary track? No, right? Okay, I have to do something. Okay, we'll do like this. We'll connect it like this. Now we have a connection. Oh, still we cannot do it, isn't it? Okay, then we'll start from here. It has to come till here, so let's see. Okay, we can bring it till here, right? It's only this point. Oh, I cannot do that. It has to be connected, isn't it? Yeah. In that case, I think I have to imagine this line. I guess it is going to be straight till here. maybe till here. But we are connecting it to the city, right? Maybe it should be like this. Okay, now it works. There it is. And now we don't need any lines for now, right? We have a city to be, oh, that's the Indian territory. Okay, never mind. So in that case, we'll leave it as it is. I think I wasted too much time in this line, isn't it? Yeah. Let's set the directions again. And we are so badly going to need a supply tower somewhere here. So first let us connect. Oh, that is the fastest line we have. And slowly we will lose money because there will be nothing for them to transfer or transport. So we have to be quick and connect the grain here. We'll do it here. Yeah, we'll go with the double tracks because we will be needing it. So temporarily I'm going to connect it. I mean, we can connect it to both the cities because our initially our trains are going to be supplying to at least 2 cities. Let's set the directions here. Okay. Now we place the supply tower right here. And we'll do the same here. Okay, now this one works. Even if it is, okay, it is being connected here, right? I think it is only the first connection which has to be made properly. Okay, we have already crossed 1k in track length, I'm sorry. So let's put a GM American going to Topeka and back to Wichita, carrying just exclusively grain. So we'll get a 200k connection bonus when it reaches Topeka. And Kansas is eventually going to need, it is going to need wool. So we are not even near the task. We have to complete it in 1868 December. So we'll buy, okay, this is Nebraska region, okay. We'll buy it for 200k. And I think it is time to start. Okay, this line is going to be interesting because we cannot connect it like this. So we might have to go like this. Okay, that's an interesting line, isn't it? But should we place it like, I think I'm going to place it like this. It looks so neat, nothing else. There's nothing special about this. Just need more space on this side. Yeah, I think we should start from where we already have the track. That is the connection bonus. Let's set the gridiron right here, and yes, we will be needing a supply tower somewhere here. Let us also set the directions before I forget. Done. And I have to do that. Wait, we'll complete it and then do the crisscross. Okay, I think that is a decent curve, isn't it? So far we have maintained our max speed. Come on. Yeah, that looks okay, but can we straighten it out? Yeah, speed is dropping, but I think it is fine because we have literally a 90-degree turn, right? Yeah, I hope all the tracks can turn like that. Okay, and the direction is set. We're going to need a supply tower here also. Okay, this line is done, and we are not over yet. We have to connect the lumber to Omaha. That is the whole point of this expansion and spending almost a mil. Okay, so let us connect the lumber. Let us draw the track first, since we have an idea of where we want it. I think this will work, right? Little bit down. We have to set the directions. This one goes towards Omaha and this one away from Omaha. Put in the gridiron, and it does need a separate supply tower, and we don't have to cross it because it is going to be a single line. Okay, that is a beautiful line, beautiful track. It is as if I drew with a drafter. If you're an engineer, you would know that. And I know there is a mild tilt here, but I think it is going to be fine because we have a huge hill here. So I should have moved more. If I move more, I cannot connect this cattle at some point. Okay, let us make a train to drop lumber to Omaha. Oh yeah, we don't have a gridiron, isn't it? Actually, you know what? Let us drop it directly in Topeka. Maybe in the next line we will limit it to Omaha. Okay, the lumber is getting in. Good. And I think next is going to be corn. It's going to be an interesting line, isn't it? Okay, we can connect Denver. We have unlocked this whole line, isn't it? But I'm not sure how this quest is going to be. Next, we do not know. So before I lose all the money, let me spend it on the settler bonus.
Settlers trickle into the west. Soon they'll be like a rushing current.
And since we have only lumber, can I buy it? We do have that 10% reduction in auction, right? Look at that, for 66k. Good. Now this is going to grow exponentially because that is the only source of lumber we have, and I'll do that same for corn also, but I think corn is a little bit expensive, right? Yeah. Okay, let me not buy it immediately. Grain is going to be fine. I don't think so. No, I'm not. Look at that, it has already become 25 mil. Oh, we have a lumber source right here. I didn't even notice this. I know you guys might be shouting at me. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it as it is and we will connect the corn. Let me see before I do that same mistake again. Do we have any other corn source? I don't think so, right? This is the only source. We have another source right here or somewhere down. So this is the nearest. I'm going to shoot the track. I don't think so we have enough money to shoot the track. So let us improve our income by changing the train situation here. So this train will have another additional line to Topeka to Wichita. So it will go to and fro. And this is going to run automatic, so it will take all the goods towards Topeka. And we'll have another GM American from Omaha to Topeka to Kansas and back to Topeka. So Topeka being the junction. And we'll have another line from Wichita, Topeka to Omaha and Topeka. So Topeka being the central junction, so it will also grow more. So people all will travel towards Topeka. Voting rights for all. In 1868, new women's association established. The National Women's Suffrage Association was founded in New York. Its founders Susan and Elizabeth opposed the 15th Amendment of the Constitution, which prohibits disqualifying people from voting on the basis of their ethnic origin but does not grant women the right to politically participate. Okay. Okay, so they got a right to vote in 1868. Okay, that's something new. Okay, we have 266 and I think we can punch a line, maybe a single line, and we'll see how things go. It will directly go and hit that station, isn't it? So I might have to turn there, or I can turn right here. Okay, let's see what I can do. There goes 50k. Okay, there's a slight tilt, but I think this is fine. This one will eventually go to Denver. I think this is Denver. No, North Platte. Okay, I'm not connecting anything, so we're going to build a station to connect. It has to be in this direction, isn't it? Let's put it here. And we'll punch. Okay, we need to build the second track. That's it. Our pockets are empty. We cannot even build it. Can we borrow money? Oh, we can. I'm not double tracking it for now. Let us connect this line. Okay. Yes, there's a slight tilt here, but I think it is needed. Okay, so the cornfield is connected. Topeka and Santa Fe Railway cannot be stopped. Okay, are we the Santa Fe? Yeah. So let us buy this farm for 100. Look at that, from 84 it jumped to 107k, and we buy it for 86k. Good. Now let us connect corn. It's going to take only a single load, so I'm going to connect directly to Topeka the first time, and then we'll change it, and it will drop everything in Wichita. And Topeka has already received its first load of timber, and we just need to bring in another load, I guess, which is already on the way. Beautiful. And we are bringing only 3 loads. We need 12 more, right? 4 more we need. Are we out of lumber? Oh, we do have completely filled with lumber. Maybe Topeka has to grow to reach that. Yeah, we have reached 100%, isn't it? Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll change this line from Topeka to Omaha and drop it right there. And Omaha will have a warehouse and a maintenance depot with 70% below to do the service, and we'll store lumber there, and we'll spend the other 300k right here. Maintenance depot is already here. Good. And we'll request for lumber. We'll store corn, even grain, meat, and cloth, which we are getting from Kansas. Yeah. Now Kansas is getting its wool, right? Yeah. So we don't have to connect, and it is also getting its lumber. I should have seen this, right? My bad. But I think buying out these 2 businesses is a good idea. Oh, we already own the business depot. Okay. Look at that, we are skyrocketing on profit. And wood will fluctuate lumber until we connect more cities in. it will fluctuate. That is why I'm not connecting any of these. I'm only connecting the sources which have an connection bonus for us to do. So now all we have to do is wait till Topeka needs lumber, and Topeka needs to grow so that their demands will also grow. Initially now it is only 0.1 units or 0.1 tons if you want to go metric, and they need sugar to grow. Okay, before I do that, let me check here. We have sugar right here along with grain, and we have a sugar source here, another one far away here, nowhere else. And how are we on innovation points? Let's see, we have a lot to be unlocked, isn't it? Because we skipped 1850s and directly jumped into 1860s. So we have a lot to increase the effect of immigration office by an additional 4%. Good, we need that. We're not going to build any bridges for now. The maintenance requirements of your locomotives is reduced by 5%. That is good. The water, sand and lubricating consumption of your locomotives is reduced by 5%. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, we have dissipated all our innovation points. And this guy is storing lumber. Nothing so far. Nothing has been requested so far. Everything is coming to Omaha. And we do have the maintenance depot here, so it will be serviced now. And GM American is quite expensive to carry lumber because look at their profit. I think the corn has reached, and all this lumber goes to just Omaha. And Topeka has grown good to almost 5K. Yeah, it was corn, and we have to transfer 250 freight cars, which we are doing automatically. Really? Right before getting inside the gridiron, we do have the maintenance depot right here. Okay, the corn has been dropped, so we will change this route to drop it in Wichita instead of Topeka. And Wichita can have another maintenance depot and for sure a warehouse. We will load corn, grain, request for lumber, maybe beer from Topeka. Sugar we are not getting any near. We can ask for cloths. They both are meat based industries, right? Yeah. So Kansas weaving mills are going to be on a high demand. But they are, look at that, it is almost 3/4 a mill. And how about the beer brewery here? Look at that, it has crossed a mill already. And the grain getting in is not enough. And why are we taking this? We are taking it to Wichita. Oh, this serves both the purpose, isn't it? Okay, that is good. And how are our lines going? This one is getting full. So I think at some point we have to separate freight and yeah. The same for this line. This one is good. This one will eventually, yeah, it is getting serviced now. And we should technically be bringing in some lumber. We are bringing in some meat for Kansas. So is anything at all dropped here? Yeah, a little bit of meat is dropped here. And we are getting a little bit of cloth from Kansas. Corn will soon come here. We just need to correct sugar. Okay, I'm going to wait to get a connection bonus to do that because we do not have enough money to do anything at all. Okay, this one is running full, but this is a combination of freight and passengers, and passengers will be given the first priority to fill up, only then the freight will come in. So when the proportion goes from 1:1 to more than that, maybe if 6 carts are filled with passengers or mail, then we'll split it into 2, into freight and passenger lines. Till then I think we can run it like this. Now in the previous British Isles we started our gameplay in 1845 and things were cheap at that time. And now you can see that we cannot afford a cheaper rocket to run local lines. The cheapest is a reindeer, which cost only a little bit less than GM American. I went with GM American because it is good for freight, and you can use any train for anything. You don't have, it doesn't mean that you cannot use GM American for passengers. Well, it will not be that fast, but still it will do the job. But the mixed trains will have a combination of both. Let me show you. It will have speed, but if the speed is more, you lose it on traction. If the traction is more, you lose it on speed. See here, the track to power is 36%. This is actually the express line. The track to power will go down because lesser the fraction, the faster it can go, right? So this is 10 kilometers faster. So that is what you are losing when you choose another, use a freight train instead of a passenger train for a mixed line. But when you go to mixed category, let me show you this one, limit. Limit will have a balance between these two. It will have better speed and better track to power. I should have gone with the limit, isn't it? But limit is 137% reliable. It is better in all ways. I should have gone with the limit. Okay, how is the lumber situation? Okay, we are going quite fast. No lumber yet. Look at that, our demand has increased to 0.2. So we are consuming our lumber. We have a lot of lumber here. So eventually there will be a request for lumber somewhere. Clearly we are taking lumber everywhere except Topeka. We can even develop this settlement into a city, right? We need 24 lumber, 16 loads of grain and 8 loads of meat, which we can get from Wichita. And we have sugar right here. I think we should go here because Denver is always better, I think, because it is already an established city, and I guess our competitors are going to be right here. So I think going towards Denver is the right choice. I think I'm going to take this route and turn it right here, or maybe turn it here and then turn it right here. And do we have any cities below? Yeah, we have. So the train station has to be vertical. I think we can do this. I'm going to put it as far away as possible. We are not getting any connection bonus, I know that, but we do need sugar. So we are kind of out of options. Okay, now it bends. And we have to double track this line. I don't think so we can afford this. Yeah, we'll go with a single track instead of waiting, because we need a little bit more money to make a train run in this, right? Okay, and I think we have 8 railway stations connected. Beautiful. And do we have a supply tower? Oh, we don't. I think I'll have one right here. Okay, now let's connect sugar to Wichita. As usual, GM American, strictly freight. And we are going to prioritize sugar, not grain. Yeah, this is the direction, okay. Why does it keep rotating? I have no idea. Why does it enter start terminal? Oh yeah, we don't have a gridiron here, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be fine. And do we have a gridiron here? Nope. I think the problem is solved now. Look at that, sugar getting in to Wichita. So Wichita will start storing sugar now. So will Topeka. Topeka needs sugar. So this junction will keep getting resupplied. Oh, look at that, we have crossed 10K in immigration. That is good. Now slowly this demands will increase again to 0.3. And I think at some point we'll get lumber here. Is anything at all coming to Topeka? Okay, we have one load to Topeka. We are going to complete it. Beautiful. So we will also be completing this one. And we are 38K on profit. So yeah, even though I miscalculated this line, we're still running. So I think we can punch it and take a risk and connect Denver, isn't it? But to do that, I have to first double track this line. I think I have to wait. And we have to repay a loan also. I think it's 800K, 770K. Eventually, while paying it will go to 800K. Okay, in that case, I think we have to wait. And Kansas is also growing good.
The rumble of our locomotives on the freshly laid tracks fills the air with joyful anticipation.
Good. This was actually our first task. We completed it on time and we had 1 more year solid to do this. Okay. So 10 more carriages and we are done. And I think we'll reach that very easily. So yes guys, I think I'm going to end the episode right here among the bisons, the American bisons in the field. So we have started a new campaign in the Midwest, starting from Kansas to Topeka and slowly expanding towards the East Coast, towards the Grand Canyons. And I'm going to end the episode right here, and I hope you like today's gameplay. If you do, kindly like, share and do comment on how my gameplays, how my narrations are. And yes, I do post on a daily basis. If you guys wish to watch this series continuously, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Nedangaval. Until next time, this is Nedangaval signing off. Take care and stay tuned.